How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to my video. I am Infinity43 and you are watching part 2 of the Ultimate Pursuer Guide. In part 1, in case you missed it or maybe you forgot, we looked at a bunch of snippets from matches that I've played and I showed you how I identify my targets. I mean my pursuers, what am I saying? My pursuers. And in this part we're going to look at a complete match. So I'm going to show you how I approach a complete match and how I find my pursuers, stay alive against them, etc, etc. So we'll work our way through it, and then I promise I'll never do another video about pursuers, at least until AC4 comes out, and then probably we'll start again, but we'll do something different for the next one. So let's get straight to it, shall we? Here we go, complete match.
Your objective is to find and
we are playing deathmatch today, and we are on the Virginian plantation map at night. I must be honest, I'm not a big fan of playing at night. I struggle to see the characters, the pursuers and the targets, especially on the Animus core map. I don't know if it's my TV. I've got an HD TV, but I don't know, it isn't always so clear. Now I'm playing as the sharpshooter, and almost instantly I am pretty certain I've spotted my pursuer. It's this Indian man walking toward me. Can't see any others. So I'm going to smoke him and I'm going to stun him. And the great thing about this is I'm now completely free to go after my target, who I believe is somewhere on the other side of that gazebo. Somewhere there. Yes, there he is. Now, in tracking my target, I don't want to make the same mistakes that I point out my pursuers make so often. If I, for example, go straight at him, he's probably going to pick me up, so I want to try and cut him off, and in this instance it's worked out quite nicely. He's happened to come to me, but I don't want to do something that will make me as obvious to him as I often say the pursuers are to me. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. I'm not going to edit it, I'm just going to leave it there. I'm still without a pursuer, but I have got a target. The deacon. Ooh, he's trying to be sneaky here, but unfortunately for you, I saw you use your morph. And I'm going to break your neck against this chair. Now hopefully... Oh, here's a pursuer. Knife and stun. Remember, when you do use a knife to slow down your pursuer, don't get too close. If you use a knife just to stop them, your stun range will be greater than their kill range. So if you run up too close, then they'll still be able to kill you. Just bear that in mind. I also want to mention the practicing thing. I said very briefly at the start of part 1, tracking your pursuers is not something that you can just be taught and shown. You need to practice how to do it. It's very important that you don't just watch videos. Okay, Night Stalker, before I go any further, walking straight at me. There aren't any other Night Stalkers. That one should be pretty easy by now. He was clearly coming to kill me, and now he's gonna die at the hands of a Chinaman. I cannot stress enough, ladies and gentlemen, do not walk straight at your target. It is far too obvious. And maybe not everybody's going to pick it up, but you are invariably going to run into the player who does. And this guy, supposed to acting like a total noob, doesn't know what he's doing. In this case, as you can see, I'm going in for a stun, because he clearly doesn't know who I am. I mean, he just killed some random NPC, like far away from me. I don't know, maybe he thought it was his pursuer. Either way, he's just sort of walking around in circles. It was an easy stun, and even though I had 2 pursuers at the time, I decided to go for it. Up to you. Oh, there's the other one. Anyway, this is the point I wanted to make. Practice is very important if you want to get comfortable dealing with your pursuers, and just watching a video is not going to change things for you overnight. It won't work that way. It didn't work that way for me, and it won't work that way for you either. You've got to practice using these techniques and learning how to read what the characters and what the other players are doing. I am a big fan of a character. I'm a big fan of a YouTube commentator who goes by the name of Shenmue36. If you haven't subscribed to him yet, I highly suggest you do. He is, in my opinion, the best commentator doing these gaming YouTube videos at the moment. And he did a similar video to what I've done here. For Assassin's Creed Revelations when it came out, and it was very enlightening for me to watch that video when he did it, because
contract lost.
That's not fair. That was totally my kill. he did a similar video for Assassin's Creed Revelations, and it was very enlightening for me to watch because at the time I was just getting into the multiplayer thing. So I watched that video a few times, and it definitely helped me see what was going on, because he also did a freeze frame and he would talk about what exactly he noticed in the game at the time, which told him that the character was a pursuer. I almost gave myself away to that deacon there. Oh, this will be close. Am I gonna get the kill? Hello, deacon. So I watched that Shenmue video quite a few times, and it definitely helped. I will post a link to it in the description of this video. Even though it's an older game, I definitely recommend you go and look at it. Hearing whispers. Here's my pursuer. Let's see if he bites on the decoy. Okay, that was a little bit random. He sort of just hoovered across the map. Apparently, Assassin's Creed is a little bit glitchy today, but I suppose every game has to have its day, right? And at this point, Ubisoft are more focused on Black Flag anyway, so not surprising. Hearing whispers. Gotta be the deacon. Look at where he's walking. Straight toward me. So knife and stuck. Okay, another random moment. I wonder if he teleported there or if it was another glitch. Hello, Essien. Please die. So another tip that I would give you would be, if you watch a lot of these Assassin's Creed videos and you see a player deal with the pursuer, rewind the video and watch what that pursuer was doing beforehand. Watch what they were doing leading up to the stun, because that will also give you some tips on how to spot what pursuers will do. So you can look for people who do obvious things like walk towards their targets or walk through NPC blend groups or something like that, and then do the same thing in your matches. So load games where the only thing that you're doing is waiting around for pursuers so you can learn how to spot them. That was a stupid move, Deacon. And now you're all gonna die by my thunder, or by my lightning. That would have been so epic if I just got it right the first time. See, now I don't get that. How is it that you can kill somebody with Animus hack, but they can still get the kill on you? It's not fair. Okay, so load games where all you're doing is dealing with pursuers. Maybe you want to do that with a different username so you don't hurt your own score or something like that. That's fine. But if you have pursuers, wait for them. Don't go after them. That was dumb. Just look for pursuers and practice doing that. If you do that enough, you will get very comfortable with it. But you've got to practice it. That's the point. You've got to practice it regularly before you'll get any good at it. Alright, so we had a little over 3 minutes left, and after thoroughly raping the entire lobby, I have 3 pursuers, and it's probably going to stay that way till the end unless I get overtaken. So I'm going to have to start playing a little bit more carefully now. I can hear whispers and my target is close by, but I have got decoy, so I'm going to see if decoy will do something for me. That is a random in the middle of nowhere lure. And now I've killed the deacon, but I suspect I'll probably die soon. They've all seen me do it. And here comes one guy. Yeah, there was nothing more I could do in that case. Honorable death was the best I can hope for. I'll get you back, Night Stalker. It's a pretty well known fact that this game loves to load the player in first position with as many pursuers as it can. Kind of strange. It's almost like the game says, oh well, you worked really hard to get into first position, let's try and take that all away from you. Very strange how they've done that. Okay, one pursuer and my target, the deacon, has just kicked somebody in the face on that side. So I'm going to wait here for him, because we have seen him walk across this part of the map quite a bit. And check this guy out. What a dumbass. If that is you watching this game, or if you play that way, please, just stop. Don't do that. It's really daft. And you see, I'm going for a bit of a reckless kill here, and I'm going to die afterwards. This is genuinely what I do in the last part of a game, especially when I'm in the lead. I know I'm going to have lots of pursuers, and they always end up arriving after each other. So if you've got like 3 pursuers, you might stun one, and then the next one is right behind. So I'll try and stun pursuers, but otherwise I just go for as many kills as I can get in the last few minutes, just to try and keep that lead. And even though I get less points for each kill, so the quality isn't as good, if I can get a lot of kills, they'll add up, which is great. And that was very close. Thanks to that giant Indian, I'm still alive, but my pursuer was right there, ready to take advantage. You see, I'm making myself a little bit more obvious now. It's not the way I generally like to play, but like I say, last few minutes, lots of pursuers. Now I've got 4 pursuers. I mean, there's nothing you can really do, so just get as many kills and as many points as you can before the time runs out, and that's what I do. And at this point I'm pretty much surrounded by whispers. The big Indian is definitely a pursuer. The carpenter that I stunned there, that was really just luck. But I mean, wherever I got, the other one would have killed me. That's pretty much how it goes toward the end. I don't like the way that Ubisoft set up the matchmaking here. To give one player 4 pursuers is just never been a fan. Few seconds left, so I'm going to fire the decoy, and if you'll actually get somewhere on the map, you might actually score a few points for me. Useless decoy. But I think the wind's pretty safe at this point. I have enough of a cushion, and it sounds like I'm about to be shot. What a way to go. Thanks, giant Indian. Not too much time left. Maybe I can get one more kill or stun before the end of the game. We'll be done in 10 seconds. Pursuer, pursuer. And he's down. Let's go get him.
You have finished first.
Right at the end. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes part 2 of the Ultimate Pursuer Guide. I really hope that the 2 parts that I've done have helped you in some way. That's the point. The point is to help. If there's anything you want to know, anything you want to ask, whatever, please feel free to comment or whatever. Do whatever you want. But I hope it has been a help for you. Please look out for some other videos coming on the channel soon. And of course, when Black Flag comes in a little bit less than 2 months, there'll be plenty of Black Flag for you to watch. I am Infinity43, and I will chat to you again soon.